Obviously, with a channel called WTF is Life, there has to be an explanation or maybe a little preamble as to what the channel or brand is all about. So that's what today's video is. I wanted to introduce myself and, of course, what I think that this space could provide all of us. What the fuck is life is really taking an irreverent look at what makes the human condition truly human, what makes us us. My goal, of course, is to provide all of us some sort of guidance through what psychology is, what psychotherapy is, what philosophy of mind is, all those big existential questions that we ponder consciously or not, and how they weave themselves into our day-to-day life. The goal isn't to necessarily solve anything per se, but to rather restore the pursuit of understanding what all of this is about. I think it's crucial at the same time that there's a sense of humor in all this. There has to be a celebration or respect to the absurdity of the state of the world and the state of ourselves, the state of our culture at the same time. So I thought maybe there was a dearth of content. Maybe there was a little bit of an absence of appreciation of both earnestness and irreverence and science at the same time. It's important, right, to bring about an understanding of our interior as much as what's going on outside in the real world. And I felt mobilized by that. I felt animated, both in my practice and in this pursuit of doing something a little bit more public facing. So who am I? Who the fuck is Dr. Max? I'm a psychoanalyst by training and by treatment. I help people get to know who they actually are, help them cultivate a relationship to themselves that they might not have had before, or reflect in an opportunity of understanding what's actually going on underneath their perception and underneath their conscious experience, and feel through the engines that are generating points of their own suffering as much as their own humanity or vitality or what makes them themselves. And that includes concepts and beliefs and convictions and fears and hopes and dreams and all that good stuff that we always talk about. And so through video essays or podcasts or interviews or meaningful conversations, I thought we all could be conduits of all of this stuff together and bring about a much richer appreciation for what the fuck is going on right now. We're sharing in that experience, and yet we're denying the reality that the separation and loneliness that's, again, permeating all of us and all of the world is something to understand, something for us to connect upon as opposed to run away from. And so maybe with a little bit of preview in today's video, we can speak to loneliness in the difference between solitude and loneliness as experiences. Suffice it to say, loneliness has to be a relationship, believe it or not, where there is something to be said about connecting to or disconnecting to ourselves or emptiness in its stead. And what does that mean? Well, there's a substitution there. That loneliness is not an isolated experience, but an isolating one, I should say, meaning there's something going on in the dynamic, in a vector, in a directionality between us and some other thing, usually an object, usually a judge of sorts, usually something painful. And so loneliness is not separateness per se, but a meaningful and powerful and impactful relationship to nothingness, to abandonment, to estrangement, isolation, alienation, pain, to a judge or a harsh inner critic that tells us we're a piece of shit, whatever it might be. Aloneness, separateness, solitude, the capacity to be with oneself is a totally different animal, much more direct relationship that's not mediated or interrupted, right, by some of these defenses that can get in that way. And it's an incredibly powerful shift if we can start to experience that. So again, part of what I'm doing here is for us to be able to restore some sort of connection or restore some sort of meaning or find fulfillment and pursue satisfaction in a much more sustainable and authentic way for ourselves through this connection of this medium especially. And it's important to have these conversations, as everybody knows how popular podcasts are nowadays, that make us feel human in such an alienating and isolated world. So I really, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, feel excited to be sharing this with you guys and going on this journey. And as lame as that sounds, I can't say that as an analyst. I think I'll lose my license, but it is something important to celebrate. And I can't wait to introduce everybody to all the potential this could have.